What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig. Let's get into the markets. First thing I want to talk about here, obviously we're going to get into the Bitcoin charts, but I want to talk about MicroStrategy and Micheal Sailor. Now, I'm just throwing this out there. I want to hear your opinions down below, but before we begin, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up. And again, leave your comments. Let me know what you think of what I'm about to tell you. I'm seriously... I really want to know what everybody thinks about Micheal Sailor and what he's doing, right? Now, let's take a look in the past, right? In 1999, remember the big dot-com bubble, Micheal Sailor was the biggest loser in that, but was he really, right? So he's taking a stock for his software company, right? And using that to use people's money to buy them stocks right now. Bear with me. Now listen, could he have shorted his own stock here or sold his own stock in the dot-com bubble? And could he be getting ready to do the same thing here? Now, he owns 10% of all the circulating stocks of MicroStrategy. 10%. I believe that is somewhere around 20 million shares that he owns of this. So no matter what happens, he's probably going to come on top. Could he have been selling some of his shares up here? Possibly. Could he have shorted his stock here? Possibly. Could he sell Bitcoin, sell the Bitcoin, right? And short Bitcoin at the same time? Who knows? Something's fishy about how this guy manipulates his company's stock here and gets them to put money into things that ultimately have failed in the past. Let me know what you think. Let's get into the stocks and Bitcoin. So here's another thing I wanted to talk about in Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin always seems to almost hit that big number that everybody is calling for, but then it doesn't, right? So back here, 20,000 was a guarantee, right? Everybody thought back in 2017, 20,000 was going to hit. It did not hit. It came about $100 shy. And then obviously a huge bear market. And then right here, just shy of 14, right? And then we had just shy of 65, just shy of 70. And now we have our just shy of 100. Not saying that it's the top for sure, but I'm saying there's a good possibility and that you should be careful. But remember, as in trading, it doesn't matter which way it's going, especially if you're doing shorter term trades, you can make a ton of money. All right, let's take a look at, first we'll go into the daily, then we'll go into our 4 hour, where I'm going to talk about possible Elliott wave counts. I'll give you the bearish counts, and then obviously the bullish count is right here. If we stay above this 91.9, right, this was our trend line off these two peaks, then our next spot, right, if we get back above this high, obviously, this is our one-to-one extension, which could be our continuation to the downside after that. But if we remain above 91.1, right, as long as we're above that, the possibility of getting back up here is still there to about that 112. We also have a target around 107, right? But another thing to keep an eye on is this RSI right here. Keep an eye on this RSI trend line. I guess you could start it down here. Either way, it remains about the same. But if you break below this, guys, that's probably going to be line up with that 91.1. And if it breaks below there, I expect it to drop pretty quick, possibly down to this 55 EMA right here, which would get you somewhere around the 84,000. Get a bounce, come back and retest here, which will also retest the RSI right here, and then continuation down if it remains bearish, right? If you guys are interested in trading, Prime XBT is a sponsor of this channel, and BitUnix is also a sponsor. And with BitUnix, you can deposit 100. It'll give you a free 100. Links are down below. Prime XBT, you can get up to a $7,000 bonus on top of your deposit. It'll be 20% of whatever you put in, up to $7,000 for your bonus. And you can get 25% discount on trading commissions with Prime. All right, so let's take a look here. This was what we called for on the 4 hour chart, right? Last week sometime. And that was just a measured move of this triangle here. We put it up to where it broke out, and that got us at 99.8, which we hit. Now, what let's look at what we got here. Let me get this RSI down a little bit. There we go. So where we're at right now is I'm looking at, if you look at this white count, it's an ABC. Now this would be bullish, right? If we got our bounce either at the 89.6, which is the one-to-one extension, making this an ABC, or 1272, right? If we get our major bounce and confirm this was the bottom of this bounce at between 89.6 and 87.1, right? This is the 1.272 and one-to-one extension. That would be, either way, I think we're going to come down to these levels, right? But if we do break this, our 1.618 would confirm a different count. That would be a impulse, right? A 1, 2, 3, that would be a third wave. Expect to bounce back up to 89 to 90 region if that does occur, right? But if it does occur, this wave 4 should not go back higher than 90,500 range, right? We'll see how that plays out. Again, watch for these. As you guys know, I'm short from here, looking for these targets 87 to 89. And if that breaks, looking for around the 84,000 range for wave 3, and then a wave 4 and wave 5. And then I think this will just be a wave 1, looking for a wave 2, and then so on and so forth. We'll be keeping an eye on that. But remember, watch for big bounces right here, about 87 to 89. Either way, even if it blows through there, you're going to get bounces there, right? Because that is the fib level. So could you take some scalp longs at them levels? Definitely. Scalp, not long term. And guys, remember, always use stop losses. Let's take a look at the next chart. So this is the Dow Jones, right? I've been looking at this as a ending fifth wave diagonal. We did get above the rising wedge a little bit. This is the weekly. So let's see where this weekly closes. If it closes below, then I do think this could have been the top there. We could be looking at something quite like this. I've been talking about this for years now, the Great Depression style crash, right? I love how the market is looking just like it. I mean, it's all about structure here, right? So history often repeats in the markets, and so do structures, right? If you just look at the high, low, higher high, lower low, and then your big, huge bullish rally right here. And I'm looking at this as a 100-year cycle, guys, but you had your high, your low, your higher high, your lower low, and your huge blow off top up here. The similarities are very eerie here. Just be cautious, be aware that this could be coming. If this does, that will take Bitcoin below 10,000 a piece, in my opinion. I've had a target for years now at 35 to 9,700. I still think that's a good possibility, especially if the markets crash, like I do believe they are going to. And a lot of people say you get out too early. Well, do you think the people that, rode this up, say they got out way down here at 155, back here in the 1920s, right? And then all this happened and they were bumming, wishing they would have stayed in. And then over here, I bet they were pretty damn glad they got out and then they could get back in super low. I do believe the biggest money grab in history is coming. Let me know what you think. Do you think we're going to go higher? Do you think this is going to go till 2029, exactly 100 years, which is a possibility? I don't believe that's going to happen, but it definitely could. Either way, there's tons of money to be made trading these markets. Again, the link's down below. Check them out. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm out. Make sure you smash the thumbs up, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next video.